Hello all, and welcome back to Chreos Gaming. I am continuing my playthrough of Morrowind, and Caius last time sent us away before he would give us new quests. So I did some training, did some selling. Now I am here to see if he will give me additional orders. So, Caius, do you have more orders for me? We need an Ashlander informant. I have heard of a fellow in Aldrune named Zainsubani, an Ashlander who left the Waste to become a wealthy trader. They say the Ashlanders like to give and receive presents. Take these 100 drakes, find out what Zainsubani likes, and get him a gift. Then give him the gift and see if he will tell you about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult. Then report back to me. Alright, who is Zainsubani? Zainsubani is an Ashlander who left the Waste to become a wealthy trader in Aldrune. I'm not sure where to find him, but I'd try the Aldskar Inn in Aldrune first. That's a more respectable place than the Rat in the Pot or the Council Club. Okay, so the Aldskar Inn. Not quite sure, and I can't ask about that, so maybe I'll be able to ask when I get to Aldrune. Alright, so goodbye. And off to Aldrune with me, which will be easiest to get to via Siltstrider. So I'll head over to there, and just because, well, we'll see. This might be fine. And I had been considering, I realized, so I'd been thinking a little bit more about it, I'd been trying to figure out how the Ashlanders' views of things fit in, because the Ashlanders did not seem, would like to travel to Aldrune, please, seem to be the same as the Sixth House cult. And I was very confused because it seemed like there were at least 3 or 4 positions on things, and then I realized that no, the Ashlanders just are the Nerevarine cult. So you have, call it 3 sides. You've got the temple, their view of Nerevar. You've got, I'm pretty sure that the location I'm looking for is not out here. Yeah, because that's the Council Club. That's the Rat in the Pot. And everything else is basically houses or shops. So yeah, I think I have to actually go inside the Manor District. Anyway, so you've got the temple's view of the Nerevar, of Nerevar, since Nerevar was a person. You've got the Ashlander view, and then you have this additional 6th house, which is a distinct thing. That's the Clothier. That's an alchemist. Redoran Council. Manor. Oh, a guild hall. Oops. Manor. That's an enchanter. There's not... I thought there would be a... thing down here. Like, I don't know why I thought that, but...
Find a guard.
Actually, that's probably a good idea. There's one. Excuse me, sir. I am looking for, what am I looking for? What was even the name of the location I'm supposed to be going to? Oh. Yeah, I'm not asking about the Nerevarine, although I might, just to see what he says, for fun. You know what do you say about the Nerevarine? The Ashlanders have a prophecy that one day a reincarnation of the legendary hero Nerevar will unite the Dunmer against the invaders and restore the ancient Dark Elven nation. But the Tribunal Temple says this is a false and profane superstition, and the Ordinators deal mercilessly with those who profess such beliefs. Awesome. That wasn't what I needed to know, though. And none of this appears to be what I was asking about. So, let's go look at my journal, since I'm terrible at remembering where I'm supposed to go. Trader in Aldrune. And it didn't say anything about the location where he would like to be.
What if you click on his name there?
Zainsubani. Aldskar. Oh, Scar Inn? What's the Scar? Scar Outlander. Okay. Well, that didn't, like, help me specifically, but... Okay, so the Aldskar Inn in Aldrune. It said it was upscale. There's no
this along.
Not. I mean, this is the whole. Huh. Because this is back out. Because I've been to each of these doors. And just double check them again. That's a manor entrance. That's the Moragtong Guild Hall. That's a manor entrance. These are both the Redoran Council entrance. A manor entrance. That's an alchemist. That's a manor. The Serethi Manor. That's a Remoran Manor. That's a clothier. So yeah, I've seen...
Is there a level issue?
As far as up or down?
Yeah. So if it's on the upper level and...
Because those are the upper level, right? That's the Venom Manor. So I don't believe it's an issue with me not being on the upper level. Pawnbroker, bookseller, smith, a manor. Somewhere around here should be. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was inside. All right. Which one of these was it? It's the... That one. I'm pretty sure. Is this the Aldecarian? This is the Aldecarian. Oh, much better. Okay. Where is he? Nope. That's somebody Garethi, who is not who I'm looking for. That's Shashev, who is not who I'm looking for. The 5 Far Stars. Volume of verse collected from a wise woman. Well, so long as nobody's paying attention. The Red Book of Riddles. Okay. Hand-Eye Book doth contain. Wow. Ashland Hymns. This is a volume of folk verses. Okay. Now then. Okay. So, up I go. Maybe he's upstairs instead. Volos. So no. Skeetle. So no. You're the bartender. So no. Alright,
Maybe the bartender knows where he's at.
No, that's a good idea. Excuse me, can you tell me where... yes, Asura Zainsubani, please. Where is this individual? He's a trader and a wealthy one. He has his own room here. He was born an Ashlander and knows their speech and custom, and has grown rich by trading with them for the things prized by Westerners. Is that what you wanted to know? No, I wanted to know where he was. I mean, he has a room here, so I suppose that's helpful, but it doesn't tell me. Doesn't tell me where.
Yes, Outlander?
I am confused. Kind of figured this is where the individual would be.
Unless these are not the rooms he's talking about, if they're other rooms.
Well, so this is the entrance. It's not exactly a big location, and there's no other doors that I can tell.
Maybe talk to her.
Sure. Do you know, Asura Zainsubani, the trader? He'll be downstairs, reading, or in the back room below the bar. There's a back room below the bar? Well, the bar is right here. Where's the back room? Did I miss a door? That's still the entrance. I don't know if this is the back room or if there's a room that is further back than that. So can I get below the bar by going... Oh, good gosh. There we go. There was a set of stairs there I was missing.
All right, I'm listening.
You are Asura Zainsubani. All right. I am... Hasur Zainsubani, Drolan, may you bless and be blessed. I do not wish to be rude, but if you have business, speak it, for I am at leisure and would prefer to be alone with my thoughts. Okay, well, since business is highlighted, what say you? I see you wish to learn of Ashlanders from me, and what is it that you wish to learn? What are their gift-giving customs? Since that was what Caius suggested. A curious question. A gift is a sign of courtesy among strangers, and affection among friends. Among strangers, a thoughtful gift is a sign that you are cautious and considerate and aware of the other's wants and needs. Such is particularly useful for traders and travelers. Among friends, it is a private thing and subtle with great risks, for the test of the gift is how well it is tailored to the receiver. Okay, well, what about courtesy then? Ashlanders may challenge a stranger who enters their yurt, or who enters a yurt, without invitation. Customs differ with different tribes, but leave when requested and you may be forgiven. Be particularly careful about Ashkans, tribal chiefs, and wise women, tribal seers and counselors. Some are welcoming, some are hostile. Be courteous and leave if requested. If offended, they may attack. Well, that's good information to have. All right. This is a gift for me. Wait, what? A copy of the 5 Far Stars, Noble Words of Noble Warriors. I gratefully accept your gift. My people have never loved the written... is that one of the books I picked up?
That's one of the books you picked up.
Oh. Yay. So my book Kleptomania apparently paid off. Hopefully. I gratefully accept. My people have never loved the written word, and I lament their ignorance. Their ignorant scorn for such common yet potent magic. I thank you, and I honor your courtesy, Drolan. It would please me to return your courtesy by answering your questions. What would you wish to know about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult? And the 5 stars has been removed from your inventory. That's a bummer. That means I won't get to read it later. Maybe. We'll see if there's another one somewhere at some point. All right, well, first, what about Ashlanders? There is too much to tell. Well, then why'd you ask if I wanted to ask about them? Here, take these notes. I've written here what you should know about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult. But most of all, if you are visiting a camp, there are things you should know about courtesy and challenges among the Ashlanders. And, since you ask about the Nerevarine cult, perhaps you'll be interested in my views on the Ashlanders and foreigners, because a guiding passion of the Nerevarine cult is their hatred of foreigners. So his notes have been added to my inventory. Well, that was asking... I've already asked about courtesy. Let's see if the Nerevarine cult receives the same answer of it's too much to tell. No, he says they worship the great Ashkan and Ortrator, Nerevar, moon and star, who in ages past destroyed the evil, godless dwarves and banished the treacherous Dagoth and his foul hosts beneath Red Mountain. The cult is of small consequence in Ashlander worship, and only among the Urshilaku do its followers have any influence. Other Ashlanders tribes share the sentiments of the cult, but regard the Nerevarine prophecies with suspicion and skepticism. All right, so what about the Urshilaku then? The Urshilaku are the Ashlanders of the northern Ashlands and the West Gash, in the northwest of Vardenfell. Ashkan Sul-Matul is their chief, a brave and respected war leader and warrior protector of the Nerevarine cult. The Urshilaku camp moves with the herds, but usually lies close to the Sea of Ghosts. Okay, well, let's ask about the camp since it's highlighted. The Urshilaku camp moves with the herds, but usually lies close to the Sea of Ghosts, north of the village of Margon, on the northern coast of Vardenfell. Expect that'll be useful later. All right, so what about the actually Ashlander worship, since we'll go in order of communication. All Ashlanders in a tribe, young and small, are born into the ancestor cult of their clan. The Nerevarine cult is different, though. It is a very small cult, with only a few wise women with the gift of prophecy, and a few holy warrior heroes who guard and protect the seers. Sul-Matul, Ashkan of the Urshilaku, is the warrior protector of the cult, and Nabani Mesa, also of the Urshilaku, is the oracle seer of the cult. All right. There was something. Ah, yes, Nerevarine prophecies. I have heard it said that prophecies foretell the return of the reincarnated Nerevar, who shall drive the foreigners from the Ashlands, and who shall cast down the false gods of the temple, and restore the true worship of the ancestors. It is a dream that would appeal to every Ashlander, but it is thought but a silly ancient legend and little more by many Ashlanders, myself included. Okay, so let's scroll way back up. Because yes, Ashlanders and challenges first. When challenged for sport, it is acceptable to decline. When challenged for honor, it is shameful to decline. Honor challenges come from offense given in speech or action, or may represent customary formal challenges of status and ritual. Well, hopefully they identify whether or not they're challenging for sport then. I've asked about, and then Ashlanders and foreigners. Most Ashlanders wish all foreigners and their false gods could be driven from Morrowind. At very least, Ashlanders wish the foreign devils would leave them in peace. Ashlanders think it shameful to attack unarmed persons, but they will kill without hesitation an armed person who offends them or their clan laws. No Ashlander is fool enough to make war against the Empire. However, if such a war might be won, many Ashlanders might cheerfully give their lives to win such a war. All right, then. And I think that's everything that I have to ask him. So, goodbye. Well, thank you for your information. I'll get outside and then I will look at his notes for whatever reason. Seems kind of rude to just pull out somebody's notes that just handed them to you and read them, like, in front of them. All right, so it was... No, that was from... I still have Leia's notes? That's interesting. I would have expected him to take them. Alright, so Zainsubani's notes. The following are notes on the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult prepared for you by Hasura Zainsubani. The Ashlanders are the direct descendants of the Aldmeri peoples who followed the prophet Veloth into the lands we now call Morrowind. The Ashlanders retain the modest nomadic life and simple ancestor worship of their forebears, and despise the soft lives and decadent worships of the settled Great House Dunmer cultures. The wastes are harsh and unforgiving, and we are a hard people. But there is a beauty and honor in our simple lives, and the snobs of the temple and great houses are fools to dismiss us as crude savages. Ashlanders and foreigners. Most Ashlanders wish all foreigners and their false gods could be driven from Morrowind. At very least, Ashlanders wish the foreign devils would leave them in peace. Ashlanders think it shameful to attack unarmed persons, but they will kill without hesitation an armed person who offends them or their clan laws. No Ashlander is fool enough to make war against the Empire. However, if such a war might be won, many Ashlanders might cheerfully give their lives to win such a war. So that one was pretty much redundant. Ashlander courtesy. Ashlanders may challenge a stranger who enters a yurt without invitation. Customs differ with different tribes, but leave when requested and you may be forgiven. Be particularly careful about Ashkans, tribal chiefs, and wise women, tribal seers and counselors. Some are welcoming, some are hostile. Be courteous and leave if requested. If offended, they may attack. Ashlander challenges. When challenged for sport, it is acceptable to decline. When challenged for honor, it is shameful to decline. Honor challenges come from offense given in speech or action, or may represent customary formal challenges of status or ritual. Ashlander worship. All Ashlanders in a tribe, young and small, are born into the ancestor cult of their clan. The Nerevarine cult is different, though. It is a very small cult, with only a few wise women with the gift of prophecy, and a few holy warrior heroes who guard and protect the seers. Sul Matul, Ashkan of the Urshilaku, is the warrior protector of the cult, and Nabani Mesa, also of the Urshilaku, is the oracle seer of the cult. Nerevarine cult. They worship the great Ashkan and Ortator, Nerevar, moon and star, who in ages past destroyed the evil, godless dwarves and banished the treacherous Dagoth and his foul hosts beneath Red Mountain. The cult is of small consequence in Ashlander worship, and only among the Urshalaku do its followers have any influence. Others, Ashlander tribes, share the sentiments of the cult, but regard the Nerevarine prophecies with suspicion and skepticism. So far, most of this is just the stuff he already said, which is odd because the other notes had been different data. Well, more expansive, maybe. Nerevarine prophecies. It is said that prophecies foretell the return of a reincarnated Nerevar, who shall drive the foreigners from the Ashlands and who shall cast down the false gods of the temple and restore the true worships of the ancestors. It is a dream that would appeal to every Ashlander, but many Ashlanders think it is a silly legend and little more. The Urshalaku Ashlanders. The Urshalaku are the Ashlanders of the northern Ashlands and the West Gash, in the northwest of Vardenfell. Ashkan Sul Matul is their chief and a brave and respected war leader and warrior protector of the Nerevarine cult. Nibani Mesa is their wise woman, a deep and shrewd counselor and seer of the Nerevarine cult. The Urshalaku camp moves with the herds, but usually lies close to the Sea of Ghosts, north of the village of Margon on the northern coast of the northern Ashlands. Okay, so that's quite a bit of information. We can carry that back to, what is his name? Caius. I expect then that he is going to request that we, what do you call it? Head to the Ashlands, and specifically to the Urshalaku, which means I'm probably going to have to figure out a gift for them, maybe? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see kind of what's expected. Oh, oops. I had not meant to cast that on him. I thought it was going to miss. Spamming a new spell because I'm trying to get my mysticism up, so if after I'm done with the main quest I decide to do the Imperial cult quests, I am leveled in mysticism to be able to do so without a problem. Granted, I'll get some time to do so while doing that quest line probably, but nothing like spamming while running. Alright, Caius. Are you here to discuss your orders, Drolan? Indeed I am. Thanks for your report, but keep Zainsubani's notes on the Ashlanders. You'll need them. I'm promoting you and sending you to the Urshalaku camp to speak with Sul Matul and Nibani Mesa. But before you go, I think it may be time to tell you what's going on. Can I ask about the Urshalaku camp first? Yeah, I'll ask about it afterwards. Let's see here. There we go. The Emperor and his advisors think you have the appearance of meeting the condition of the Nerevarine prophecies. That's why you were pulled out of prison on His Majesty's authority and sent to me, so you could satisfy the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecies and become the Nerevarine. Here, this is a decoded copy of the coded package you gave me when you arrived. Read it later. It should explain everything. As you'll see in the decoded message, the Emperor and his counselors say you have the appearance of satisfying the conditions of the prophecy. Do you really satisfy the prophecy? Are you really the prophesied Nerevarine? At first, I thought we were just supposed to create a persuasive imposter. Now I don't know what to think. But I am sure of one thing. This is not just primitive superstition, and we will treat it seriously, just as His Majesty commands. So, Zainsubani says Sul Matul and Nibani Mesa at Urshalaku camp are the heads of the Nerevarine cult, so I'm sending you to speak with them. Tell them your story and have them test you against the Nerevarine prophecies. As heads of the Nerevarine cult, they can best judge whether you satisfy the prophecies. When you've spoken with them, report back to me. Here's 200 drakes for expenses, and pick up essential supplies at Fort Moonmoth. Alright, so I've got a decoded package and 200 gold. What do you consider essential supplies? Before you go to Urshalaku camp, see Samotus Vunus and Crulius Pontanian at Fort Moonmoth. I've asked them to put aside some potions and scrolls for you, courtesy of the Emperor. In particular, you'll want the cure potions. I hear the blight is very bad up north. And use the divine intervention scroll if you find you're over your head. It will get you safe to an imperial cult shrine where you can heal, refit, and try again. Alright, so what was I wanting to ask about up here? Well, I guess I was going to ask you specifically about Ushalaku Camp. Let's do that, because I don't know that I'll be able to do it in the next video. Zainsubani says the Ushalaku Camp lies close to the Sea of Ghosts, north of the village of Margon, on the northern coast of Ardenfell. The fastest, smartest way to reach Margon is to take a silt strider from Belmora to Eldrune, and from Eldrune to Margon. In Margon, look for a scout named Nuleno Tedes at Margon Outpost. She'll be able to tell you how to reach Ushalaku Camp. Alright, so that's good to know. There was one other thing. What do you want to say about the Nerevarine prophecies? The package you gave me described the prophecy's conditions, and you seem to match them. An orphan and outcast, a youth born on a certain day to uncertain parents. Isn't everybody born on a certain day? Anyway, standard vague prophecy stuff. Oh, okay. I can see how it would be nice to have a Nerevarine in our pocket, just in case. But the Emperor and his advisors seem to think this prophecy is genuine. Whatever a genuine prophecy is, we're going to take it seriously, aren't we, Drolan? Alright, what about the Nerevarine then, just as a final? The Emperor and his counselors say you have the appearance of satisfying the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecy. I'm still skeptical, but it's hard to believe this is all just coincidence. Alright, so I now have to apparently go to Ushalaku Camp, but there's a bunch of stuff I'm supposed to do between times. Go get some additional equipment and those kind of things. So I will do that in the next video. Thanks all. Hello all, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button below. You can also subscribe using the channel image in the center of the video. If you are interested in more content in this video series, to the left is a link to the full playlist. Alternatively, when it is available, to the right will be a link to the next video in the series. Thanks all.